Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for Saturday, May 13th, 2023, a little after 3:15 p.m. Eastern. The choiceless truth of who you are is revealed to be permanently here, permeating everything and anything. Not a thing, and not separate from anything. Yangaji. There is a divine orchestra of spiritual energy and consciousness happening all around us, all of the time. We aren't always aware of it because our minds are so distracted and busy with those all too important things of this physical world. It's only when everything stops from some seemingly random event that we are thrown back to our real selves and can see, feel, and taste the bigger picture. In a few brief moments, the mind drops its game and we understand how divinely perfect everything is. A few weeks ago, there was a scene, and sometimes things trigger you. They trigger you. Have you ever been in a situation where all of a sudden you're compelled to listen to old music? And then you then yearn to return to the past and indulge yourself in a bit of nostalgia. And lo and behold, it can be a song that you used to listen to years ago that comes out of nowhere. And the song has a message for you. Like the song sung by Queen and David Bowie, Under Pressure. But when the music starts playing, you don't really think about it, right? Anything special about it, until you start to realize that something happened on that day. Could be a famous person died, left the body. And there really isn't anything that you can really think of that planned that moment so perfectly. To not value the gift of a human incarnation is like trading a diamond for a head of cabbage. Vedic sage. The divine perfection of the universe, the universal orchestra, is always on a perfect beat. It's continuously humming along, exploding into even more perfection, especially when we are in a bad mood and cannot see it. See how or where it is happening. We are always within the womb of this universal beat, always connected with everyone, everywhere, in every dimension of time and space, all the time. When we open ourselves up to this possibility, then each moment we are able to see the real truth. We know how every moment can only be a spiritual merging experience of universal synchronicity and our soul's destiny. So you have an invitation for this week coming, is to open your mind and heart to feel the connection with someone you know or would want to know, who is very dead or very alive. Reach out to that wild, free being who is somewhere in this universe, and just do it as an exploration to possibly awaken that same wild, free being within you. Just pick anyone who your heart would have to stretch beyond its normal limitations to open up and connect with. Invite that special person into your heart space. Imagine that this individual is here now, fully available to be with only you in this moment. You can drop the doubting, skeptical mind by just focusing on the vibration and feeling of trust. Let your heart relax into the experience and reach into the emotional connection you most wish to have. I think that if you just practice this for even a few minutes, you'll be surprised to find out that something magical starts to happen. You may not realize the depth of the magic which arises initially, yet stick with it. For whatever attention goes, wherever attention goes, energy flows. Whatever experience you have is what was destined to happen. Anything can happen from just this simple intention and the practice to break through the limitations of our doubtful, time-bound mind. The inner journey you'll have is completely worth it in the end. So enjoy it. How long does it take to reach liberation? It is not to be gained in the future. It is there forever, here and now. Realization is for everyone. Realization makes no difference between the aspirants. This very doubt you have, whether you are realized or not, with the notion, I have not realized, are themselves the obstacles to realization. Be free from these obstacles and see who you truly are. Ramana Maharishi. Now there's a lot of people, a whole lot of people on this planet, and maybe beneath it, that move into negative moods every split second. Some of us are moving into negative moods. When ego is lost, limit is lost. You become infinite, kind, and beautiful. Yogi Bhajan. Now, we all have a bad day once in a while. Yet when bad days turn into bad weeks, depressing months, and unhappy years, we truly need to make a change. We are here to enjoy this life, not be tortured by it. This universe is a totally magnificent playground of energy, a conscious celebration blossoming with life in all directions. Now, if and when we can see this, we can enjoy it. When we lose perspective, we sever our natural connection with this great joy. Don't fret, not all is lost. We are just taking the longer route to rediscovering the divine being we truly are. The first step to shifting out of a negative mood is to recognize, realize, and honor the fact that you are the one creating and perpetuating this bad mood. Nobody else is. You can't blame it on anybody else, but a lot of people will. You may believe something outside of you is responsible for your unhappiness. Yet ultimately, it all comes down to how you are responding. Are you seeing it as your teacher or your enemy? Happiness is always about the lens we are looking through. Truly enjoying this life is about taking radical responsibility for the state you're in. Exploring what this negative experience is teaching spiritually you. And then finding out the fastest way to let it go. Once you can say, I am the one creating this negative experience of my life, then half of the great battle is over. The second step towards freedom is learning how to step back from whatever you're resisting, fighting, judging, or hating, and see that actually it is just a bunch of thoughts. And a lot of the times, as we know, those thoughts are not ours. Your problems ultimately boil down to ideas that are ultimately passing through the synapses of your brain. Whatever wrong thing you think is happening out there is always happening primarily inside your mind, in here. The more resistance, judgment, and anger you've built up around this particular idea out there, the greater the joy you'll feel when you shift your relationship with it inside yourself and move on. People don't move on. They hang on things. They carry them. And they could be so trivial, so insignificant, but they carry them and they collect them. The moment you learn how to let go of being right about how horrible something or someone is, you discover how good it feels to be wrong. And have you ever figured it out, maybe you have, that this life always provides the perfect climax at the end? Now, the third step towards releasing your negative mood is returning to the source of who and what you spiritually are. Truly. Who, and I mean truly who and what are you? Are you your name? What others think of you? Or just this physical body filled with meat, blood, and emotional bones? Perhaps there is a deeper spiritual aliveness that is real inside you. If you believe that you are your thoughts, then ask yourself, who and what is watching and listening to them go by? The watcher is the real you. You are not any of these thoughts. You just became too close to your thoughts and got overly identified with them. The very moment we return to who and what we are, this pure consciousness, conscious witness, who abides at the very source of thought, then we are home free. The final step is to truly, deeply, and sweetly relaxing fully into your body so that there is no tension hiding inside you anywhere. When we can fully relax inside, we become deeply aware beings again. It's easy to see how insignificant and fleeting thoughts actually are, like a dragonfly cruising past you. One moment it's right there. I'm sure we've all had that experience. Just zipping around, and it's buzzing in your face, and in the breath, gone, like boom. When our body is relaxed, we can see how fleeting each thought is and how easy it is to completely change them. The more we can feel into the spiritual truth of who and what we are, we naturally pull back our attention to our real selves. It just feels good, so we naturally do it. Our spiritual nature takes care of us, and we can effortlessly enjoy this life, which means we have stopped dwelling on the negative. Our bad mood turns around and we see the beauty in everything. We are grateful for life again, even for the opportunity to shift out of this negative space. We appreciate, love, and enjoy this simple experience of being alive. We understand that if we cannot see God in all, we cannot see God at all. We have these, and it's really interesting because all of us, it is up to us. We view something, irritates us, right? We've all been there more than once. Now, we have a choice. Do we embrace it and bring it to us and white knuckle it and keep it with us and let it steam and spew and push and irritate for however long we keep it? Or do we just shift gears? It's a choice, right? You've heard the term, like water on a duck's back, just roll right off. We take things to heart, some of the most ridiculous things to heart, that really don't have much of an impact on anything except what we create for ourselves. And your life is meant to be a magical, manifesting adventure. That's it. In order to experience your greatest magic, power, and freedom, you must first choose to be totally free from the grasp of fear. And when your heart is truly fearless, your soul trusts that it's safe to perpetually open up to this life, and nothing feels impossible for you. You can ask anything of the universe, and it is not too much. The fearless being is the most desired, empowered, and beautiful being in this entire universe. Whatever their heart desires instantly begins to manifest into this world. Now, this may sound crazy, ridiculous, and outrageous, yet when you learn how to transform fear, every moment becomes an invitation to meet the divine. Awaiting within each person is an enlightening heart, opening godly experience. The secret is discovering this fearless freedom begins with one simple step. Approach all fear with fascination. Approach all fear with fascination. When you meet fear with curiosity, life takes you into higher states of expansion instead of deeper, limiting sensations of contraction. Fascination makes you become more open, relaxed, and receptive to the magic that is all around you. You naturally want to dive into this life and experience each person you meet with endless wonder, curiosity, and this creates more intimacy. It requires tremendous courage to change your relationship with fear. Yet, if you don't, fear will continue to castrate the rest of your life. Maybe you've met people that live in fear their whole lives, looking over their shoulder, wondering this and wondering that. Pick one day where you are going to create more freedom in your life by meeting your fear with fascination. Whatever may happen to you in these short 24 hours, don't let any fear shrink you. Yet allow it to move through you in such a way that it creates a transformation inside you. Breathe into your fear. Welcome it. When you say yes to it, it will shift before your very eyes. If you can maintain this commitment to yourself for this one day, you might just believe by evening time that you are one of the most fortunate, sacred, and amazing beings who are alive on this planet. The possibility of living in doubt, skepticism, and resistance to this life will always be there. In each moment, fear can sneak in and take on one of these disguises. It doesn't mean you have to pay attention to it. You can choose to ignore any fearful energy or feeling that you sense growing inside you and breathe beyond it. Simply take a look underneath the contracted fear-based energy, and you'll see that it's an angel in disguise, simply there to help you create deeper roots of love. Fear has this very special and sacred job in your life. It is going to make sure you don't die without feeling ridiculously alive. If you are not pouncing on your life mission, taking the risk to open your heart to love every day, believing in the impossible, and reaching for the miraculous, then fear will do its job and start eating at you. We need fear there, yet we don't have to live in it. If our world was completely without the concept of fear, we would be zombies. There would be no courage, no vigilance of awareness. We wouldn't be very accurate at focusing our precious attention and intention into what makes our heart fully sing. Courage is not the absence of fear, but rather the judgment that something else is more important than fear. Ambrose Redmond. For every day, you can choose any week, maybe this next week, explore a feeling of deep acceptance with your personal relationship with fear. How do you typically respond when fear shows its scary head? Do you run and hide, then retaliate with anxiety? When fear comes into your body, what happens? My invitation is to make this more conscious so that you learn how to use fear instead of being used by it. When you stop feeding fear, fear can feed you. It's just energy. And when you find out how to welcome it in with curiosity, it sharpens your focus, clarifies your intentions, and makes your whole body-mind super passionate about what you want to get out of this life. Now, my invitation for you this week is no small matter. It will shake you to your roots. This is what it means to do so that the real metamorphosis can begin. Stop resisting fear and start welcoming it in. Learn how to ride the hungry tiger instead of being eaten by it. You will actually enjoy everything about life again. We are all running away from ourselves. Yet whatever parts we are running away from always end up becoming what we run towards at some point, this lifetime or the next. Learn how to embrace your fear. Love your fear, and you will form a deeper spiritual respect for this life. You will appreciate all variations of this life and not just be seeking to have easy, good days. Find what it is you truly fear. Love, intimacy, success, failure, whatever it is, invite it in and see how all your ancient phobias instantly flip around and become waves of enthralling fascination. Have fun with it. You can look forward to each meeting you have with fear. When you do, you've truly mastered the game. Have you ever wondered why one person walking down a dark alley at night? And this is intriguing because I don't think we think about, maybe sometimes, that why one person walking down a dark alley at night will get mugged while the previous person goes by untouched. There are many instances where you look at somebody and go, they always seem to land on both feet. Right? Bad things may happen to apparently good people, and good things may happen to seemingly bad people, all based upon the level of energy that they are vibrating at the time. We're like this homing beacon, this powerful frequency tower, let's put it that way, that is constantly transmitting a certain frequency into this universe. Now, your thoughts and feelings create an energetic vibration that is sent out into the world. This vibration is then reflected back to you by this universe, producing physical results in your personal world. What you send out is exactly what you get back. Your body is always sending out a specific frequency of energy. Always. The frequency of energy your body and mind tend to vibrate at will attract or repel the thing you currently desire. Will attract or repel the thing you currently desire. If it is expansive, inspirational, and positive, it will magnetize similar vibrational experiences back to you, such as amazing opportunities, positive-minded people, prosperous situations, etc. Now, on the other hand, when we are sending out the energy of doubt, frustration, or fear, we tend to magnetize very difficult and challenging experiences that make us suffer endlessly. In order to manifest what your heart is yearning for in this life, simply and consistently emit a high positive vibration. This happens by tapping into those thoughts and feelings that make you feel great about life, about this life that we're all in now. Whatever you continuously focus your attention on is what grows and is what you'll be manifesting more of down the road. We're all born as supremely powerful manifesting machines. We cannot stop manifesting, right? As long as we have a body. We naturally attract whatever we are focusing our attention upon. We naturally attract whatever we focus our attention upon. Your body is like the engine of this magical machine, and your mind the brakes, gas, and steering wheel. The manifesting fuel is spirit, which is something you cannot lose, create, or need to fill up. It is forever flowing inside you as you. It is your essential nature. And no matter what you do, think, or believe, you can never lose the connection with this divine fuel inside you. Sure, it can get buried beneath many layers of muck created by your mind, yet once you investigate the source of any block and truly uncover its mass, you'll discover the block was never real to begin with. It was all imagined. Only passions, great passions, can elevate the soul to great things. Dennis Degerut. All your problems are created between your ears. And to go even deeper, as the great master sage Ramana Maharishi once said, all your problems stem from the belief that you were born. All your problems stem from the belief that you were born. You are an eternal being that cannot die. So truly, you were never born. All attachment to this body, this mind, these beliefs that you were born imply that you are separate from your spiritual source. To step into the all-powerful manifesting being you truly are, simply surrender all false ideas and be one with this source. As you devote yourself to knowing yourself as the divine, all-powerful, manifesting being that you truly are, you will see that anything is possible. The great manifesting master is ready to be integrated into your life. The more understanding you have about the basics and foundational manifesting principles, the easier it is to discover the manifesting master within and experience the magic everywhere you go. You see, we always attract exactly what we most need to know and experience. Some experiences we have in this life are simply old repressed thought forms trying to bubble up from the depths of our subconscious to be healed and liberated. Whatever experience you manifest in your life is yours and the result of your thoughts, feelings, and energetic frequency. The fact that you are listening to this information right now means you're ready to receive it. When you are able to keep your mind on what you truly desire for even a few minutes a day, you'll manifest it into your life at the speed of light. Learning how to hold your attention on one thing in a focused and yet non-rigid way for an extended period of time is your first manifesting secret. Discovering the spiritual being within you is the key to cultivating this focused attention. What is most needed to achieve this monumental feat is a gentle, curious, and constant exploration of the truth of who and what you really are. This is something that cannot be described in words, yet the adventure to reveal this great gem within it is why you're actually here. This is something that cannot be described in words, yet the adventure to reveal this great gem within it is why you, all of us, are actually here. Try to turn your attention and open your heart towards the feelings of joy, gratitude, and peace and love. Let yourself go deeply into these positive sensations for at least the next 15 to 20 minutes. Use your breath as your happy pump, meaning with each inhalation, breathe in joy. Hold it for a moment, then exhale and release this joy, spreading it out over this world. Simply play with this exercise, and above all, have fun with it. I'll join you in the meditation, and I'll return to close us out. Take an easy and slow breath in through the nose, and an easy and slow breath out of the mouth. Remain still. Whatever suffering may be occurring in your life, remember that it's simply there because you keep dwelling on it. Stop entertaining these thoughts and realize that you are the master who is always manifesting your experience of reality. Take 20 minutes to write down and release everything you think is wrong with your life. As you write it, feel it releasing from your system and proclaim that the opposite thought is now true. Get it out of your system so you can stop thinking about it. Once you stop focusing on what's wrong and start thinking about what is right, your suffering will end. Throughout today, practice letting go of trying to fix yourself or figure out what's wrong and focus only on what's right with it. Practice formulating thoughts that are constructive rather than destructive today. Think only about what inspires you, excites you, and makes you happy. Your thoughts happen for you, not to you. Spend your entire day focusing on what an amazing and magnificent life you have. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night, and following morning. We will return here Sunday, May 14th, 2023, 3:15 p.m. Eastern, to continue our global guided meditation call. Be gentle, kind, generous, and humble with yourself at all times. Be in the highest of deepest gratitude at all times, no matter what is happening outside of you.